Hello everybody, it's me Alexthehunted, back from counting down every single Godzilla movie ever made, and my computer blowing up, so I had to restart this video from scratch. So yes, today we're going to be looking at the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, well, the first movie, and well, yep, it's going to be a look at the first movie where the first movie kills off the main character that we all know and love. Oops, I guess I'm spoiling a 22-year-old movie. Oh well, roll the title card. So our movie begins with Mothra, and she's making an egg, with magic. So that answers the question. All of you people thinking that she shits out a giant egg? Well, I guess not, it's magic. After the opening titles, we cut to deforestation. Yep, this movie's going to be an environmental one. Be afraid, everyone. As the evil company cuts down the innocent trees with their evil bulldozers, they smash into an old rock, with ancient text all over it. And their evil boss of the evil business comes over and sees some sort of medallion and hacks it out with a screwdriver. Not the Sonic kind. And we cut to the two Shobijins, and well, this movie actually gives them names. They're Molly and Laura. And there's no real intro to them, they're just there. But we also get the intro to the evil third fairy, which I believe she was actually cut from Godzilla vs. Mothra, but anyway, she's here now. And she's called Belvira. And for the sake of this review, I'm just going to be calling them the fairies. So then we cut to, oh god, no, kids. Kids in a kaiju movie. Two kids that are the main characters of this kaiju movie. Oh, great, hooray. Anyway, the brother and sister are fighting over a book, while their mum is on the phone doing nothing. She got a call from her husband, the evil businessman. Well, actually no, he's not evil, I'm just doing that for jokes. He brings the amulet he hacked out of the stone back home and makes a necklace out of it and puts it around his son's neck. And as we know, when you find something in the stone that looks like it's mystical and powerful, when you give it to a child, all will be well. And while that's going on, the fairies arrive at the big site to spout off a ton of exposition. Basically, this was where the evil Desghidorah, a new kind of Ghidorah, not related to King Ghidorah, was imprisoned here by Mothra centuries ago, and now that the seal has been removed, Desghidorah is starting to escape. There, I'd saved you about 10 minutes of exposition. Anyway, that night the evil fairy goes and takes over the little girl, making her evil and such, because basically she just wants to have some fun. The next morning, the possessed little girl uses her psychic powers that she now has to throw her brother around the room and tie up her mother. And this is a Japanese movie, so this could be going anywhere. And in some areas I can't show you. Anyway, the good showmen show out and help out the little boy rescue his mother and save his daughter from the mind possession of evil. But first we have to have a crappy CGI dogfight between a tiny dragon and a large butterfly, being ridden by fairies. Oh, and if you think this is a quick, 3-minute long scene, oh no. This dogfight is 7 minutes long and it drags out for so long. And nothing really good happens. It's just badly CG'd models flying around a living room. It really isn't that exciting, and well, the special effects, I don't think most of them looked good to begin with, but they really haven't aged well. It's basically like having two kids run around a room holding their toys in the air, pretending that they're having a dogfight going pew pew pew. That's basically what this is, and it goes on for 7 minutes. When me and Vote Saxon 07 were watching this for our Let's Watch series, we were both so bored during the scene because it went on for so long. There wasn't much substance to it, and that's basically the main problem with this movie, is that the story isn't fleshed out enough to fill out a whole movie, so there is a lot of filler in this movie, and most of it is boring. Anyway, the dogfight ends with the evil fairy victorious, taking the amulet and flying off, injuring the big butterfly. And then we cut to the mountain, which keeps on exploding. It grows more mountains and they explode. And it's getting bigger and bigger, and the explosions are getting bigger and bigger. And we get more exposition about Desghidorah being an alien, basically another Ghidorah that was sealed away by the Mothra centuries ago. Didn't we already do this? But it's followed up by some product placement, as they fly across to Japan to the dig site in the giant mountain that keeps on exploding. However, they're too late as the evil fairy takes control of their father, and he drives a bulldozer with explosives strapped to it into the mountain, exploding it, causing Desghidorah to escape, and start to break out of the mountain with more explosions. I like how that very near accident was just left in the movie. Anyway, the kids and the fairies get a kite to fly at the evil fairy and get back the amulet. to try and stop Desghidorah escaping, but however they're too late, and Desghidorah breaks out of the mountain in all its three-headed Ghidorah goodness. Meaning that the fairies have no choice now but to summon the weakened Mothra because, well, she's just laid her egg, so she's probably going to be a bit, exhausted after that.
What's happening? It's Desghidorah. It's sucking the energy from the earth, like before. We must hurry. Let's go!
I'm sure you young children will be fine on this burning forest mountain right next to a giant evil kaiju with no way to contact anyone as we fly off on our magical fairy butterfly. You kids are going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Anyway, Desghidorah is on the plough with more explosions because even walking apparently just causes explosions to happen around them. And this is quite an impressive monster suit. I must say there's quite a lot of detail in this suit, and Desghidorah just looks really, really evil. I think he actually looks better than Kaiser Ghidorah. But anyway, so Desghidorah is sucking the life essence out of the planet. So with the fate of the planet at stake, the fairies reluctantly summon Mothra. And since Mothra is weak and old from, just laying her egg and the fact that she's apparently really old now, I guess we're just going to have to wait for Desghidorah to piss off Godzilla before he actually gets beaten. But no, they summon the old Mothra with, well, basically a music number. A very long music number. Complete with music video. All it's missing is a little descriptor in the corner. But yes, Mothra arrives and basically this is the rest of the movie. Mothra fighting Desghidorah. And you think that would be awesome, but my god does it overstay its welcome, and my god does it get dull, because basically it's the same thing over and over and over again. Mothra looks like she's going to beat Desghidorah, Desghidorah fights back, overpowers Mothra. This happens about 4 times during the movie, and there's not much really that happens because it's basically a giant puppet versus a 3-headed dragon which doesn't have arms and mostly consists of 3 heads which are also puppetized. So yeah, it's mostly just beam shooting at each other. Also, while that's going on, Evil Fairy tries to control Desghidorah and she fails. Also, you would think Desghidorah's rampage would lead to some great city destruction scenes, but nope, it's all in this forest. There's no military action either. We don't see a single tank. Hell, we don't even see a single military person. There's nothing. But while the fight's going on, we get some annoying kids being annoying. Yes, they're having an argue in the forest, right next to the giant kaiju battle of death that they're trying to escape and not die from. But they have priorities, mostly saying that they hate each other because, well, one's a boy, one's a girl, and they're brother and sister. It's that crap. But eventually they do just stop fighting to watch the fight. You seeing this shit? However, things aren't going very well, as Mothra's age means that she's really weak, and soon Desghidorah gets the upper hand, biting onto her wings and throwing her around into the mountain. Mothra, crying out in pain, causes the egg to hatch to come save its mum. What's actually kind of funny is that they play this really calming song while showing Mothra getting blown away by Desghidorah. Oh god, help me, I'm dying! Oh god! Anyway, Lava Mothra is on its way to save its mother, and also I should point out that yes, this Mothra is male. Why change the gender of the hero from female to male, when Mothra is the most well-known female kaiju? Well, because this is Japan, and it's more marketable to have a male Mothra than a female one. It's stupid, and in my opinion it doesn't make much sense because how the hell will the next Mothra be made if this Mothra is male? Anyway, the true Mothra gets away, and the kids climb up the matte painting, and the evil fairy is back to get the magical seal. However, Mothra appears out of nowhere and saves them. How no one noticed the enormous butterfly flying over to them, especially when it's flying, it makes a noise. Oh well, it's above me. Also, with the power of love, yes, I am not joking, they use the power of love to give Mothra more strength, just as the Lava Mothra arrives to join the fight with its magical silly string of silliness. Which goes about as well as you'd expect, with Desghidorah breaking free and biting into the Mothra lava, causing it to bleed everywhere, which when you come to think about it is a really dark scene because we are watching a baby being bitten and bleeding in this kids movie. Anyway, the kids finally reunite with their parents right as Mothra goes off to save her kid. And we basically get the same fight as before, with Mothra starting out winning, but then the fight turns and she gets beaten up by Desghidorah. And while that's going on, the parents and the kids are trying to escape the giant pool of lava which just appeared like it did in a Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It just appeared, and the father looks like he's going to fall into it, his shoes catching fire, but no, the family join together and use their combined strength of a woman and 2 small children to lift him out of the ditch. and they all learn about something about love and being a family together and something like that. Anyway, Mothra is busy losing to Desghidorah and looks like she's about to die as she lands right by a dam, Desghidorah coming over to finish the job. Only it was a trap. Mothra flies out of the way, so Desghidorah is shot, destroy the dam, and wash Desghidorah away with all the water. And probably fuck over a lot of people because Mothra's just broken a dam, so that's probably millions of gallons of water just rushing over this land and probably houses and people who live on this island. You know, that's what Mothra does. She's the protector of all life on this planet. No water, making me wet, my one weakness. Anyway, Mothra takes her little one away to escape, but Mothra is too exhausted from the fight and lands in the sea. And this is a really hard to watch scene. Not because it's bad, but no, it's just so damn good. This is probably the best death scene Mothra has ever had, in my opinion. It's really damn good. The music really emphasizes just the loss and the emotion of this scene. It's amazing how this scene with two puppets has more emotion to it than quite a lot of actors can get out of a death scene in most modern movies these days. It's a real gut punch, and it's the best scene of the movie, and which being the death scene kind of puts everything into context, doesn't it? But yeah, Mothra is dead. She sinks to the bottom of the ocean, most likely bumping into a sleeping Godzilla. Anyway, after that, the family makes it to the hospital and get all patched up. The news telling us things about Desghidorah that's going on that they didn't have the budget to show us. Like Desghidorah is sucking all the life out of the island and covering it with a life-sucking smog. We don't ever see this smog, but we are told it is happening. Also, Desghidorah has wings now. It gets wings because when it bit into Mothra, it absorbed the DNA and made wings so it could fly. The movie never tells us that, but that's what I got from the wiki. The movie just says, oh, Desghidorah has wings now. Also, the new Mothra larva has gone off to start making its cocoon to become an adult. They grow up so fast, it feels like only today it hatched out of its egg. And while that's going on, we get some amazing acting from this reporter guy.
Oh! Ah! It's you! You're the one who's responsible for this!
No! No! I'm acting! Anyway, he blames the father for everything that's happening and does some amazing acting screaming that they're all going to die, right as we get another musical number about the birth of the new Mothra. So yeah, we are going to die. But yes, after some Japanese cheese, Mothra Leo is now a full adult and is out for revenge, wasting no time flying towards Desghidorah as the kids watch the news and run off to go help, but more likely just be a distraction.
See you later. Taiki!
Taiki!
Wakaba, go and stop him!
Yes, young daughter, go stop your bigger brother. I, the mother, can't do anything. So the giant kaiju dogfight begins, with Mothra blasting Desghidorah and the evil fairy out of the sky, while Desghidorah can do nothing but crash right into the ground, the ancient old dragon being beaten by a cute moth. Mothra showing off all its new attack moves and showing how much better it is than the old Mothra we all knew and loved. But she's dead now and the new male Mothra is better than her in every single way. So we must love him now. And joking aside, that's kind of how the movie presents it. It has the same problem as Jurassic Park 3, where they introduce this new thing and spend the whole time saying how much better it is than the old thing from the last two movies, from the old movies that we know and love, and how this new thing is much better than it in every way, so we must instantly love it. Because it's so much better than the iconic thing we already know and love. That's basically how the movie presents Mothra Leo. Not saying it's bad, but it could have been done a lot better. Anyway, Mothra Leo has some more fun attacking the Desghidorah with a lot of energy attacks, which must have been a pain to film and edit the special effects together. Anyway, after that, Desghidorah gets slammed into the ground as we find out that the dragon thing the evil fairy was riding was a robot. What does this add? Nothing. She gets captured as Desghidorah fires desperately to try and stop its inevitable defeat, with Mothra Leo using the magic of magic to seal Desghidorah away again. Yes, not killing the giant kaiju, but more like putting it back in jail. Defeating it once and for all, with Mothra Leo saving the day. Anyway, Evil Fairy gets away to return for the sequel, while Mothra kind of just out of nowhere reminds us of what this movie is supposed to be about, the environment. But Mothra fixes all the damage that Desghidorah did with magic, which kind of defeats the message of the movie. It's hard to do a movie about environmental damage when you then at the end just say it can all be fixed by magic. Anyway, as Mothra Leo flies away, our family watching and waving it off, our movie ends. And that was Rebirth of Mothra. It was decent, but it's nothing really to write home about. The main problem with this movie is there is so much filler. There isn't enough of a story in this movie to stretch out for a full feature length, so there is just so much padding and filler to just stretch it out. Scenes that should be about 5 minutes long, or the fights which shouldn't be as long as they are just stretched out for so long. There isn't much really, there's not much substance to this movie. It is basically just, it starts off as an environmental movie, but then that gets forgotten about, but then it just becomes of evil kaiju shows up, good kaiju fights it for about an hour. That's basically it. So there's not much really to this movie, but what is there is mostly decent. The acting is decent, the characters are decent, the Mothra puppets and Desghidorah kaiju suit are some of the best in the Heisei era and some of the best in all of Godzilla and the whole Toho universe. Desghidorah is one of my favourite kaiju designs. There is so much detail in that suit, and I think it looks a lot better than Kaiser Ghidorah. It's a much better four-legged Ghidorah variant. Yes, there are more than one of those. But yeah, I would say this is a fairly decent movie, but it's nothing more to really write home about. I would say only really watch it if you want to watch the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. But really, you can, apart from Mothra's death and the new Mothra Leo, it can be skipped. There's not much substance to this movie to make me recommend to go out and watch it. The sequels get better. Anyway, with that review out the way, finally, after I had to review this movie twice because I had to rewrite the review because my bloody computer blew up. Anyway, let's head back to the wheel and I will see you guys next time when I review Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Maybe I'll actually do a better review of it next time. I'll see you then.